All right, Math 8, here's Tuesday's homework help video for two-step equations. For a two-step equation, that means you're going to use two different operations to solve these problems, two different operations. All right, so you're going to isolate the variable that's missing. Here, C is missing. So you're trying to figure out what the value of C is. So the first thing that you want to do to get C by itself is to get rid of anything that you can add or subtract to isolate. 9 is attached by multiplication. The only way to get rid of 9 is to divide. The 1 has a plus sign in front of it. So we're going to get rid of anything you can add or subtract. I can subtract 1 to get rid of a positive 1 because I'm using inverse operations. So I'm going to subtract 1 to move. Always add or subtract to move numbers away first. Then multiplication and division is last, okay? For the most part, there are going to be some cases where you might have to multiply or divide first, okay? And I'll show you one in this homework help video. All right, so when I subtract 1, this is gone, and I'm left with 9C. I'm left with this. Bring it down. Bring down the equal. 10 minus 1 gives me 9. The operation that's automatically between 9 and C is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by 9. 9 divided by 9 gives me 1C, or just C. 9 divided by 9 gives me 1. So C here is equal to 1. Number 2, we're going to do it the same way. This time we're going to get rid of the negative 5 first. Remember, 6 is attached to Y by multiplication. Do it last. So I'm going to get rid of a negative 5 by adding 5 to both sides. I know that negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So I'm left with 6Y. Bring down the equal. 7 plus 5, 7 plus 5 is going to give me 12. To get Y by itself, the operation between 6 and Y is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide by 6 to remove the 6. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1Y, or just Y. Bring down the equal. 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. So Y here is equal to 2. Okay, you should be able to do this one. You're going to get rid of the minus 4 first by adding it, and then divide by the 3. Here, looks a little different, right? But we're still going to get rid of anything we can add or subtract to move first. So we're going to subtract 9 to move the 9. Add or subtraction comes first. The opposite of addition is to subtract. 9 minus 9 gives me 0, and I'm left with M divided by 5. Bring down the equal. Here I get 11 minus 9. 11 minus 9 is 9, 10, 11. That's 2. The inverse or opposite of division is multiplication. So to get rid of the 5 here, you're going to multiply both sides by 5. When I multiply this side by 5, 5 over 1, this is 5M divided by 5. That gives me 1M, or just M. Okay? 2 times 5 gives me 10. 10 is my answer there. Let's look at one that looks like this, because we already know get rid of the 13 first, then divide by 7. Let's look at one that looks like this. Before I can do anything, I need to get rid of this 4. This is division, okay? So when you see a problem that looks like this, you got to get rid of, you don't have a choice but to get rid of that 4. You can't just move the 31. So we're going to get rid of the 4, okay? Because all of this is on top. This is division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So you multiply both sides by 4. Okay? When you multiply this by 4, this is going to cancel out here, and you're left with whatever's on the top, the numerator. 2 times 4 is 8. Now we need to get n by itself by moving the negative 31. So you're going to add 31 to both sides. This is 0, and we're left with n. Bring down the equal. 8 plus 31 is 39, and this is your answer here. Okay, you should be able to complete the rest of the problems on your own, okay? If you have questions, just let me know. Have a good one. Bye.